I'm Sonia Poulton, journalist and broadcaster, if you didn't already know, and it's Friday, January the 15th, 2021, and welcome back to the Raw Report, Season 2, Episode 1. Yay, we made it! It's so good to be back with you. I really missed this. I so enjoy this every Friday evening. And it's just, as I say, it's so great to be back. Christmas and New Year already feels like it was forever, really. And so before I do anything else, I just want to go and say hello to our lovely live streamers in the chat. How are you all doing tonight? Let's just see who we've got here. We've got plenty so far. Wonderful. Let's see what we've got. We've got Anna Set. We've got 02405. We've got Happy Sunshine, Country Boy, Scottish Scotty, XO Ad Earth. New experience for me. Well, enjoy it. Stephanie M, Rex Colt, Country Boy, Pillmore. Anybody I've missed so far? Steve 62, C21, Sorcery. How was your new year, lovely people? Did you enjoy it? Let's see what we've got. Love in the lip. Thank you, Anisette. Red, obviously. To match my earphones and my nails. Somebody's saying no picture, no sound. I don't know about that. Thank you, Country Boy. Apparently there is now. So tell me, how was your new year, lovely people? Anybody in the chat want to give me some updates on their new year and what was happening? Well, mine was fairly quiet. We got a new puppy from Romania. She was found on the Romanian streets with her 4 siblings crawling in and out of a bucket. She's called Lovely because that's what they named her at the rescue. And she really is indeed very, very lovely. So I will be coming back to you live chatters throughout the stream, as you know I will. And so let's just get cracking on this, shall we? Tonight, as well as the usual fabulous guests, we're introducing a new call-in feature. It's simple. You dial our number, you put in the meeting code, and we will take as many calls as we can. It's all free. That number will go up on the screen at approximately 7:30. That's when we're going to start taking calls for our doctor, Dr. Malcolm Kendrick, who will be here to talk all things COVID-19. As well as that tonight, we are talking the Cambridge spy ring, the scandalous Mountbattens, what it means to be intersex, and the secret family courts, as well as numerous other things. It's really great. The Raw Report has entered season 2. We're still growing and developing, as you can tell. Over the next few weeks, there will be changes until we eventually find what suits us best. We're an evolving show, and we intend to stay that way. I think that stagnation is a rotten thing, and I like developing and growing. And sometimes that does involve change, and sometimes change is uncomfortable. So on with the show. First of all, a shout out to you. I'm interested in talking to people about personal stories of achievement. Media is so full of doom and gloom, but we want to lift up spirits. We need to start raising our vibrations given everything that we're all going through. So I'm talking about people who have turned their lives around. Is it you? I want to talk with you. I want to showcase you on here. Contact me at soniapoulton@sky.com. Tell me your personal story of overcoming the odds. And I would love to bring you on. I'm not looking for famous people. I'm looking for people who are going about their business, everyday life. But there are some extraordinary people out there. And I really do think that we need to start gathering together now more stories of achievement and positivity. Because obviously news is largely made up of really quite negative things, as we know. And that's just the way it goes, really. Right, let's turn to some news. I want to, first of all, give you some news in response to questions I've been receiving about my film Paedophiles in Parliament 2018. People want to know why they cannot find it online at the moment. All I can say at this stage is we are dealing with an issue behind the scenes, and I will report back as soon as I can. I can't say any more. That's just where I need to leave it at this moment in time. But I want to use it to segue into something else. And that is when I first released Paedophiles in Parliament, it was supported by many people, including Isaac Cappy, who shared it on social media and he talked about it. For those who are not familiar with Isaac, we'll be discussing him next week on next week's Raw Report with those who know him best. But briefly, he was an American actor who exposed paedophiles in Hollywood, and he died in suspicious circumstances in 2019. Isaac and I had similar goals: to protect children, no matter the personal cost. And I look forward to talking more about him next week and honouring his memory. I want to talk about the death of somebody who meant something to me, perhaps not in a way that you might think. Barbara Hewson, the controversial British barrister who died last weekend of cancer. I have no plans to speak ill of the dead, but neither am I a hypocrite. I've seen people bang on about how Miss Hewson was an amazing person. To them, she may have been, but I saw a very different side to her, and so did countless other people she targeted. Hewson and I were polar opposites when it came to protecting children. She spent much of her time online either attacking survivors of child abuse or campaigning to have the age of consent reduced to 13, in her words, to stop the persecution of old men. When she first came out with her stance in 2013, I wrote in a Sunday newspaper and talked on This Morning about why reducing the age of consent only made children more vulnerable to predators. And from that point onwards, I became Hewson's target. She sent me drunken late night emails threatening to sue me. She wrote blogs that incited violence against me. She acquired my police statements and put them online. And she taunted me about how being stalked had made me feel. I was not her only target. Sarah Payne, mother of little Sarah Payne, who was murdered by paedophile Roy Whiting, was also on the receiving end of Barbara Hewson. Before Hewson died, she was suspended from being a barrister for 2 years. This was lifted 2 days before she passed on compassionate grounds. I've said all this because I believe her many victims deserve acknowledgement for the pain that was caused to them. Because while her friends talk in flowery terms about her, they fail to reveal the very serious trail of hurt that she left behind her. I'm not prepared to do that. That's not who I am. Survivors are so often treated as disposable, but not by me. So it is that I wish Barbara Hewson more peace in death than she clearly had in life. And that is sort of the last thing I want to say on that. But I felt that I had to acknowledge that because it's, it came with so many mixed emotions for me, but the truth is the truth. Moving on. I've been receiving emails and messages on social media from doctors and police officers. Several have told me troubling information and are desperate to link up with other like-minded people. Here's an example of a cop who's in the UK. He is looking to identify other active UK police officers in order to gain support to start opposing this Coronavirus Act madness. Okay, and to this end, he set up a Instagram account called Police for COVID Truth UK. That's police, 4, COVID Truth UK. It's on Instagram. And he's also written an open letter, which you can find on the website onelittlewarrior.life. The article is called A Constable Speaks, and it's accompanied by Bobby's letter. I received, he calls himself Bobby Copper, and that's simply because he's hiding his identity, because he has to, just like the doctors who have contacted me. These people are having to sort of sneak around in the background, because if they make it known publicly that they know there is a problem within the NHS, with the COVID figures, with the policing, they will either be penalised or they will be suspended. Others have been. So please, I urge you, if you are a serving policeman or woman in the UK, please go find this Instagram account. Hook up with like-minded cops who want to all come together and make a difference, because I think it will make a difference. And that's what we have to start thinking about doing at this point now, really. So chat, talk to me. Anybody see this madness about Hilaria Baldwin pretending she was Spanish? I mean, what is wrong with liberals? They are always stealing other people's stuff. Why are they always trying to be something they're not? Almost all the Kardashians are paid to have bodies like black women. Many liberal men and women think that they can switch their sex. And then, of course, we have this nonsense with Hilaria Baldwin, whose real name is Hillary. She was born in Boston. Both her and Alec Baldwin have been carrying out a grift, it would appear. Certainly she has. I mean, the most noticeable thing, or one of the videos, was where she's not caught, she's on like the Today program in America, so a massive show. And she's like, how you say this in English about a cucumber? It's absolutely ridiculous and embarrassing. It's one thing to admire other people's culture, but quite another to fake them, capitalize on them, and then deny it when caught out, and then to double down. And something is wrong with both families, frankly. Somebody should have took her to the side at one stage and just said to her, listen, you can't be pretending you're Spanish. You simply can't. It's like the whole family have been involved in international gaslighting. So I'm about to bring on my first guest.